Hey guys, I'm back today and I wanted to talk to you guys about how I keep myself positive and happy on a daily basis. So step number one is that I always wake up first thing in the morning with giving gratitude. I wake up and I say, I'm so grateful for my life. I love my life. I love my family, just certain things. They could be different things, they could be the same things, but I wake up every morning at least reciting 3 or 4 quick things that I'm thankful for. Step number 2, I surround myself with things that make me feel good and feel happy. I don't like a lot of clutter, so I make sure that I always toss the night before things that, kids bring on from school, all these flyers and things like that. Unwanted mail, magazines, things that just kind of clutter my house. I know that that's something that doesn't make me feel good, and I just can't think clearly if my house is cluttered. So I make sure that every night I purge those items and make sure that they're either being recycled, reused, or just in some way just tossed out, and my house is orderly. And another part of that is, I think social media is a big one for that too. If I go on Facebook and I see people posting like very negative news stories or things that are happening around the world, I am the type of person that doesn't like to see that. I like to be surrounded by happy things and happy news, so I go ahead and unfollow or unlike any of those pages or things like that. And I know there's a lot of people that might not agree with me, because there's people saying, oh, things like that they raise awareness and we should know what's going on in the world. And on some level, I know what's going on in the world. I just don't want that on a daily basis, like in my face all the time. That doesn't make me feel good. It brings me down. And the way I look at it, my job is to keep myself happy and my family happy, and that's what I'm giving back to the world, is happy, sane kids. So looking at videos of people getting murdered or raped or just nasty things like that doesn't make me feel good. So I keep my social media cleaned up, showing only positive news, and anytime somebody will post like anything negative, I make sure I never share that or put it on somebody else's page. There was a story they shared in the secret DVD where they said that Mother Teresa was invited to a war rally, and she said that focusing on war only creates more war. So if there's ever a peace rally, invite me. And that's kind of where I'm coming from. If I want to get rid of world hunger, I would not focus myself on hunger. I would focus on how can I fix a little bit of that problem in my own community. So if you want to get rid of hunger, focus on feeding people in your community. If you want to get rid of cancer, well, what can you do in your life to prevent cancer? Can you eat healthy? Can you exercise? Can you be a good role model for your family and kids instead of just posting things on cancer on everybody's wall? I don't see how that personally would be a solution to me. So basically, the way I raise awareness is by keeping myself sane and happy and healthy, and then modeling that behavior for my kids. Remember, I can't control everybody else's behavior. I can only control my own and model that behavior for people that are important to me. And hopefully that will inspire more people than just randomly posting negative news. So I try to stay away from that. I don't post anything negative. I unfollow and uncheck things that don't make me feel good on a daily basis. My dad was that type of a personality where he would always watch the news, and at the minute that my mother came home from work, and as we got older, we would come back from school, come back from work, and he would just recite everything negative that had happened in the entire world. And I remember my mom would come home in such a happy mood, and he would just go on and on and on about all this negative stuff, and you would see her mood just change, and it was just a draining thing on you can see her take that burden on. And the last thing you need when you walk home from a long day of work or school is somebody just throwing all this negative stuff. And it's not like my mom, knowing the world's problems, was anyway solving them, so it didn't help. And I just felt like it made my dad look like a very anxious and negative person, and it just made that kind of a life goal that I would not focus on negative. I would just focus on positive things. And not that I don't care what's going on in the world, but I can only control my world and what's going on, and my contribution is that my kids and my family grows up healthy and happy, and hopefully doesn't contribute to that negativity in some way. So that's what I focus on to keep myself happy and sane. Also, I try not to let other people's negativity rub on me. I don't ever feel bad of shutting out people that are constantly negative. And I'm not talking about if somebody's having that one bad day or going through a rough patch in their life. I get that. I mean, I've been through there myself. But if just those people that will just suck the life out of you and just rob you of any happiness that you come up with, I am very quick to first make it known that I don't want to be a part of that and give them a couple of chances to change. But if they don't, I don't feel like it's my responsibility to change other people's behavior. It's my responsibility to get myself out of that situation. So I will stop talking to or dealing with people that bring me down in any way, and I don't feel guilty about that at all, however selfish that may sound. Today, my job is to keep myself happy and sane for myself, for my children, and for my family. So that's what I focus on. And if I live what I preach, I think that is the best way that I can model that for my own children. Every night before I fall asleep, I try to do at least 3 or 4 things, just recite them quickly that I was grateful for. They could be overall things like I'm really grateful that I was able to catch up, with an old girlfriend, have coffee with her, or just something simple. I'm so lucky that my son gave me a hug today. Simple things like that. They could be big things, little things, but I never fall asleep without saying at least 2 to 3 things that I was grateful for in that day or just in that week, or something that happened to me. It gives me closure for that whole day and always reminds me of the things that I am grateful for. So keep those things near, guys, and you will attract more of them. And I'm not saying I don't have bad days, but doing those things as a routine will always get me out of that funk. Because let's say even if I had a bad day, if I'm laying down at bed at the end of the day reciting a couple things that I'm grateful for, all of a sudden it puts me in a great mood. Same thing again the next morning. If you start out your morning by giving gratitude, you will see that anything that life throws at you won't faze you the same way that if you're kind of in that funk thinking, oh, woe is me, everything bad is happening to me. No, I know, what? At the end of the day, I always have those few things that I'm grateful for. So thank you guys. I'm grateful for all of you guys, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys later. Bye.